All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. Hey everybody, it's Coach Rail Andrews here, and I'm excited. I have an amazing guest tonight. Jordan Adler is in the house. He is a champion extraordinaire. I'm going to jump right to him. Jordan, can you just tell us where you came from, how you got to where you got to? It's an amazing story, and I want to hear it.
Well, thanks, Rial. Yeah, this is pretty cool to be able to spend a few minutes with you. We met at the event last weekend in Vegas, and I grew up in the south suburbs of Chicago, and I did not grow up in an entrepreneurial family, but for whatever reason, I was kind of wired as an entrepreneur, and so I did go to college. My dad paid for 1 year of college, and we were required to graduate, so I worked my way through college. I was a resident advisor and a night clerk, and after I got a degree in landscape architecture, I moved to Arizona, and being wired as an entrepreneur, I started answering like classified ads and looking for opportunities. And at the same time, I was working jobs. I had a job as a draftsman. I worked at a gym. I was in the airline industry for a while, but I was always dabbling in different opportunities. For a period of 10 years, I got involved in 11 different network marketing companies and tried some traditional business, but didn't have any money. So what I would do is I'd apply for credit cards, and I got lots of credit cards, and I would pay my bills. But the credit cards, I racked them up to like $36,000 on 22 credit cards. Never made any money in any of my entrepreneurial endeavors for 11 years. I never made a penny, not one penny. So I was just working jobs. And at the peak of my working career, I think I made like 28 grand a year at the top of my career in terms of income. And then in 1992, I joined a company, and I think, they say when opportunity and preparation come together, that's when things really start to happen, is when those two things come together. And I'd been reading and listening to audios and going to seminars. And over the course of 10 years, I was learning the business. And then in 1992, when I joined my 12th network marketing company, everything just exploded. I figured out how to give a presentation, how to sign up distributors. I started signing up about one distributor a month. And I did that for 13 years and built a very large organization with a very large passive residual income stream. And that was kind of like, in a nutshell, that was my story. I met a guy that I did not go into business with. I met him at a coffee place. His name was Russ Devan. And Russ was a multimillionaire in his 20s, and he did it in network marketing. And again, he never tried to recruit me. We never went into business together. But he gave me some advice that finally, I saw some things. It was like viewing things differently. I saw some things that I didn't see before. And by shifting that focus, by having a different focus, a different view of things, everything changed for me. And one of those things was that I had to get okay with the fact that not everybody's going to be interested. And what would happen is I'd get involved with the company. I'd talk to 2 or 3 people. They would be negative. And I would just assume that there was something wrong with the company or that I couldn't do it, and then I would quit. And I did that over and over again for 10 years with 11 different companies. Every time I would get involved with the company, I'd be excited. And then after talking to 2 or 3 people, I'd get depressed, and then I'd quit. And I did that for year after year. When I joined my 12th company, he told me that he said, if you can get into the habit of showing the business a few times a week, if you did, say, 3 a week, and then you did that over the course of a month and showed the business to, say, 12 people a month, if one of them said yes, and you did that for a couple of years, he said in any business of recruiting, whether it be insurance, real estate, if you're a real estate broker, or network marketing, anything that involves recruiting, he said you just have to be okay with the fact that most people aren't going to be interested in doing it with you right now. And he said if you can recruit or sponsor 30 people, he told me I'd never have to work again. And I believed him because it didn't really matter at that point whether it was a true statement or not. I believed him. And I did that. I went and started signing up about one person a month, giving the presentation 3 times a week, 12 times a month. And after 2 years, I'd signed up 19 people. And my 16th distributor was a woman named Jackie Ulmer. And Jackie went to work. She was an analyst and a airline employee, and her husband was a airline pilot. And she started showing the business, and she signed up a woman in New Mexico, and that woman got excited about her opportunity and started inviting people into her home, and that business just took off and that one organization ended up with about 12,000 distributors and 40,000 customers. And And so I finally started to see in real life, what leverage looks like, and the kind of freedom that having a check every month can bring. When you don't have to get up and go to work every day for it. It's something that it's an income that comes in whether you work or not. So that's my entrepreneurial story. I wrote a book called Beach Money. After I had a number of years of success in network marketing, I took all my lessons that I'd learned and put it into a book, and 100% of the profits from my book go to charity. It's an organization called Kiva. I don't know if you've heard of Kiva, Real, but it's kiva.org, and they provide loans to entrepreneurs in developing countries. And I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs start businesses all over the world in places where, $100 is all they need to start a business, or $200 or $1,000, and they can start a business for that. And then they pay the loan back, and then we can reloan it out, back out. And so through the sale of Beach Money, which is a book about how to succeed as an entrepreneur and how to be a great networker, we've helped thousands of entrepreneurs all over the world start businesses. And that inspires me. It's exciting to me. That's what I do. I'm a dream broker. And that's kind of my story. I'm sure we go off on a lot of different tangents, but that's my network marketing and business success story.
Wow, that is awesome, Jordan. And inside of your story right there, that's a major nugget right there for so many people, who just quit too easily, or just that one. That was powerful right there. But now, Jordan, with all your experience, I mean, you've been through a lot. What would you say your 3 secrets to your success, if you were? I mean, I think you kind of might have hit some, but if there were three key things that you would share with somebody, what would they be?
Yeah, the first one would be to be bold with your dreaming, and not don't make your decisions, don't make your dreams contingent on whether you believe they're possible. We all, when we begin to dream again, most people give up on their dreams pretty young. We get beat down in life, and we just stop dreaming. We start believing that it's not possible for us to have what we want, and so we begin to rationalize the life that we have. My life's not that bad. Things are good. I can pay my bills, that kind of thing. And the reality is, you stop dreaming, and you let go of the hope for a better future for yourself and for your family. And so the first thing I've learned and it's a muscle that I've learned to exercise, is to, when I write my dreams down every year, I'm doing it constantly. I've got journals where things that I want to create in my life. I don't, when I write them down, I don't base my decision to write them down whether I think it's possible or not. So be brave enough to stretch your dreams. That would be the first thing. The second thing that I learned is that, and I learned this at a seminar in LA. There were probably 500 people in the room, and I'd been telling people for 10 years that I'm going to the Virgin Islands. And I'd never been to the Virgin Islands. But every year I tell a few people I'm going to the Virgin Islands. I tell my friends and my family, and never go. And this guy, I was sitting in this audience at a communications course, and this guy on the stage says, "Consider that it doesn't exist unless it's on your calendar." Well, I hadn't really thought about that, and opened up my calendar. And at that time I was still doing, handwritten calendars in a paper planner. And I turned to October 2nd through the 11th, and I wrote Virgin Islands. I wrote it in my calendar. And when you write it in your calendar, everything changes, because now you're going like, who am I going to go with? How am I going to get there? How much is it going to cost? Where am I going to stay? What am I going to do when I'm there? All those kinds of things. It all becomes real, right? And so guess where I went that year? I went to the Virgin Islands. Now, I've been to the Virgin Islands probably, 8 times since then, British Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands. But I've also learned that if I want something to happen, I need to write it down in a calendar, even if it's just the first step. I got my helicopter pilot's license at the age of 55 years old. And actually, I started taking lessons at 55. I got my license at 57. So I fly helicopters. Nobody does that in their 50s. Nobody does. No. In fact, I went into the school, and they said they've never, in the years that they've been open, they've never had someone in their 50s come in and get their helicopter license. Because people at that age, they don't dream anymore. But I learned that if I want something to happen, I got to put it in my calendar. And so you put the first step in, then you put the second step in, then you put the third step in, and you just keep scheduling it. And the third thing that I would suggest is that whatever it is you want to do, don't stop until it's done. You know, I'm achieving, you've heard some of the stories, Real. I'm achieving things today that I've had on my list for 25 years. You know, I wrote them down 25 years ago, and just now they're just starting to come to fruition. Everything's coming together now all of a sudden. But the third thing would be see the job through. Don't stop until you're done. So when you, if you have that mindset and that philosophy, and there's so many other things. I mean, we could talk for 8 hours. You know, like, you know, you got to take on life with some energy. You know, if you go through life, you know, down in the dumps, or if you're feeling, you got to create your own energy, and that energy is what attracts the things that you're looking for into your life. So it's that energy, because energy attracts, and positive energy attracts, and negative energy repels, you know. And so if you go through life with negative energy, and we all go there, you know, I'm sure you go there once in a while. We all go there. We have to be aware of it, conscious of it. But people are attracted to people that bring a positive light to the room, the people you meet, that you want them to leave you going, you know what, I feel better today. I know when I met you, Real, like the moment I met you, I'm like, I like this guy. I want to be around this guy. I want to get to know this guy, because you got great energy. That's why I want you. That's why the guy that I mentioned earlier tonight, that's why I want you to meet him, because he's got that energy. He's got, and people want to be around that kind of, those kinds of people, because they attract success.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. But now, one last thing, because now you mentioned Virgin Islands. Now I have to hit on it, because now you tell us you are the first person. You just bought a ticket to what?
Yeah, I'm going to space. I'm going to be the first network marketing astronaut on Virgin Galactic, Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic space program, which, you know, he'll go up. The ships are being built. They're being tested right now in the Mojave Desert, and he'll go up with his family. Each mission holds 6 people. He'll go up with his family in about a year, and then they'll start the missions. They'll begin once a month, eventually once a week, and then eventually daily. And I'm on the list to go up. So.
And wasn't that ticket was about $250,000, right?
$250,000, yeah.
And what I want, champions, that when you're watching this, what I want you to get from this, okay, this is, you heard Jordan's story, 11 years, no success, nothing, but he never quit. He kept going. And because of that, because of going out after his dreams, he's now in a position to go and write a check for $250,000 to go pursue another dream, guys. So like Jordan said, never give up. And, you know, Jordan, I just really, really appreciate you taking time out of your crazy schedule, man. And I'm honored to know you. We got the same head. You know, I was attracted to your energy too. After you were up on, you had your little moment there talking, I looked for you for the next 3 days. I said, I got to meet that guy. I got to meet that guy. So I'm just really honored and privileged and grateful that you took time to share with us. Is there one thing that you would say, the biggest mistake that people make, that you want to throw out there that people should be aware of?
Yeah, man. It's okay. So our emotions go up and down. That's just part of being human. You're going to have days that you're feeling really great, and you're going to have days that you're feeling in the dumps. And that's just how it is as a human being. And people that make it in this business, and any business, not just network marketing, but in any business, people that make it in business, they do it because they learn to manage their emotions. They don't make their decisions based on how they're feeling. If you invest $500,000 in a business, or $1 million in a business, and you're having a down day, you still go to work because you got your life savings in it, right? But you know, when you invest $500 or $1,000, it's easy to take a break, write it off. It's a part-time business, no big deal. You know, then you find yourself kind of out of the zone of the mindset of working, and a month goes by, 2 months go by. The advice I would give you, and this is so important, is to learn to manage your emotions, and don't make your decisions to work based on how you're feeling. If you're feeling great, go out and get it. If you're not feeling great, go out and get it. That's what you just got to do. If you go work when things aren't going so well, you're going to find that you're going to have a great day. At some point, you're going to have a great day. So don't quit on a bad day. Everybody quits on a bad day. Everyone quits on it. They don't quit on a good day. You're not going to quit on a good day. So you're having a bad day, and then you quit, and you quit too soon. It takes time to build a successful business. It takes time to build a successful network and build solid relationships. So That would be my advice. Don't quit on a bad day, and don't base your decisions as to whether you're going to work based on how you're feeling in any given day.
Awesome. Now, Jordan, the whole purpose of this series that I'm doing is for people to be able to surround themselves by people that are greater than themselves so they can take themselves to the next level. So you're a guy that people should follow, in my opinion. How can people find you? Do you have podcasts, your books? How do they find you?
Beachmoney.com. My book is available there, and I do have a blog that I post there. It's generic, so anybody's welcome to go there and subscribe. And I actually have some free stuff that you can get on there if you just put your email address in. I'll send you some stuff.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to count it out. If you want to boom with me, that would be great. Yeah. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom!
All right.
Have a great day, brother.
Thanks, brother.